Right guys, we're in May 2019 and I'm going to be talking about how to create a piece of clothing. Now, I get a lot of questions about this, how to do that, clothing for characters. You can use a Marvelous Designer, you can model it from scratch, you can use reference, you can do all kinds of stuff. In this case, we're going to use a base mesh that's already available in Maya, and we're going to use that as a reference to build a piece of clothing from, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our modeling menu. We're going to go up to generate. We're going to go to get brush. And then in here you have a menu called modeling. And under modeling you have sculpting base meshes. And under that menu you have bipeds. Now if we scrub down, you have something called a character male. I think that's the one we want. We have a human body, one or the other. Let's do human body. Okay. Let's click on that. Let's scrub down. Here's our guy. Now for some reason I don't like that texture. I'm just so used to the gray, so I'm going to right click, go to assign new material. Let's do a Lambert, and there you go. Alright, so we're going to need this guy later to wear the clothing. So I'm going to hit Control D to duplicate, hit W, move him out of the way. Alright, and then we're going to go in here and we're going to misuse this guy to build a reference for a shirt. So I'm going to right click, go to face, click somewhere in the middle here, click and shift, double click, and I'm going to start to hit shift period to increase that selection. Now don't worry about that selection going down the legs and on the arms and whatnot. That's not our concern. The concern is that we have the entire neck area covered, and we do, right? So now that we have that, we're going to go to edit mesh and detach. And once we do that, I can move it out. And I can right click, go to face, drag select, take the head and the arms and whatnot, get rid of that. And then this is the guy. We're going to go to modify and center pivot, and we're just going to move that back, jump to our top view, and we're going to hold down X. Where's my grid? Right there. Hold down X and get it in there. After frame, just want to be precise about it, and there we go. All right. Okay, so now that we have that, let's get a bit more precise, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to right click and take the first continuous row that we can get. Let's say this one. We're going to shift period, and we're only going to focus on how high up we want to go. So shirt would be a bit shorter than that. So let's hit shift period again, and yeah, maybe one less. Something like so, and we're going to hit delete. So now we can go in and we can take this area, get rid of that. Now for the arms, same deal. We're going to right click, go to face again. We're going to click and shift, double click, click and shift, double click, hit shift period, work your way up until you have sleeves that have the correct length. I would say that's okay. And then we have an area that's a bit more tricky. We have the whole neck line going on here, right? Now for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in here and I'm going to take, let's say this one, hit shift period again, and just focus on the front there. So hit shift one more time. That will be about right. We're going to delete, and then we're going to go in here and we're going to take that top line there, and we're going to hit shift period again, work our way down. That's about the right height, I would say. That's starting to look like something, right? Okay, now we got this area here near the throat, if you will, and I don't want that either. So what I'm going to do here is take these, hit shift period, and increase that selection. Now that's a bit too much. That's not what I want. So let me just do this manually. Let's get rid of that. And that, and then we can open this up a little bit if you want. And of course you can cut this in half, work on one end and copy that over later on. You can do that if you like. It's not what I want. I'm going to take these two vertices and push that down just to level that like so. So you could do this. We'll go in and take that collar, and I'm just trying to think what looks best. And I think I'm just going to delete that one. I kind of like this, right? Right, so now that we have this, we're going to do a couple of things. First of all, this is the exact same size as our model, right? That's not good enough. It has to be a bit bigger, right? So we're going to move this over for a sec to our guy and get it into place and try to be kind of precise about that. As you know, I think the best way to do this exactly is to move our character back to the grid for a second. So let me do that. After frame, we're going to hold down X. Let me just move this guy into place, right? So we don't have to fiddle about, and we know exactly where we're at. Okay, so we got this. Then we're going to go and take our shirt here, and we're going to move that back after frame. Okay guys, well, it's time for a little sponsor break here, and with that I can't make any of these videos for you guys, so show them some love, right? And you actually might love this one. So if you need 3D models for a lifelike visualization that you're working on, you might want to check out Render People. They offer 3D posed, 3D rigged, and even 3D animated people models, right? And they have over 3,000 products right now. They cover models suitable for business, shopping, sports, swimwear, evening wear, outdoor, and even specialty models like doctors, workers, and whatnot, right? So they're high resolution, 8K maps, clean UVs, clean meshes, ready to go in 3ds Max, Maya, Cinema 4D, SketchUp, Unreal Engine 4, Unity, Blender, and Rhino. Now, if you guys use the link below, you'll not only help out my channel at no extra cost to you, but you'll also get free models, totally free models that are posed, rigged, and animated. And there you go. All right. So apparently they're not perfectly lined up because of the pivot, but that's okay. We'll fix that. It's just for the simple reason that I want to make sure that we can see it correctly, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit R to scale, and I'm going to scale the whole thing up just a bit, right? And then let's hit W, bring that down a bit. And yeah, that's gonna work, no worries, right? So we're gonna hit R, we're gonna slightly scale it out like this, and it's okay if this is a bit saggy because we are going to turn this into an nCloth object, right? So a little bit oversized is okay, and yeah, I'm happy with that, right? Okay, so we got that. We're going to move our shirt back. We're going to hit F to frame that. And what we're going to do first is we're going to give it some thickness, all right? And actually, we're not going to do that first. What we're going to do first is we're going to cut it open. We're going to open up the front of the shirt, right? So I'm going to right-click, go to Edge, and I'm going to click in the middle and work my way down and double-click right there and go to Edit Mesh and Detach. Now this should check whether it worked. I'm going to take one of these vertices, and there you go. You can open that up, right? And that's what we need because we are going to create nCloth. Then we're going to go in, and I'm going to go into Face and click this and work my way up. And this as well. And I want a row at the bottom here. And I want a row right here. And right here, and then the one at the top there I need to do manual, but yeah, I need to do that manually, right? So we're going to hit Control E to extrude. 0.1 on thickness would be okay, right? Okay, then we're going to go into the top there, and depending on what kind of color you want, many types, but you can go in here, and I'm just going to do that manually. So I'm just guessing whether we need to work down here or not. Yeah, let's do it like that, and then this is kind of a creative process, I guess, depending on what you like. And as I said before, you can cut the model in half, and then do one end and so forth. But I kind of like how this is turning out, right? So now we have that. What we're going to do is we're going to hit Control E. Let's do 0.1. All right. So we got all that, and we are now going to put it on our model, and we're going to turn it into an nCloth object, right? So we're going to take this guy, and actually let's take this guy. We're going to move it back. All right, it's already on our grid. Okay, we'll take our shirt, W to move, F to frame. I think we need to we'll snap this. We need to move our character a little bit. And that's for the simple fact that our pivots are not perfectly the same, right? But we'll get it sorted, right? Okay, so we're going to hit W. All right, we're going to take our shirt here, and just to make things easier, I'm going to not assign a new material. Well, why not? We'll assign a new material. And then I'll go in here and elaborate, and I'll take a color, blue or whatnot, right? So we can kind of see what's going on here. So I need to kind of sort this a little bit. We'll get it. Okay, excuse me. Right, so now that we have that, what we're going to do is we're going to select this guy, and we're going to go to the FX menu, and we're going to go to nCloth, and we're going to create nCloth, right? Then we're going to select our nCloth, we're going to shift select our body here, and we're going to go under nCloth to create passive collider. And then what we're going to do is we're going to jump back, we're going to set this to, let's say, 300 frames or so, and we're going to hit play. And as expected, the shirt is starting to kind of droop open because we don't have any buttons going on there, right? Let's just hit stop. Let's see if we got any folds going on. Nothing major. It does look like clothing though. But if we want that, what we can do is jump back to frame 1. We're going to select this, and we're going to go under presets, and let's try, for example, silk. Okay, let's hit play again. And we'll just have that play out a little bit to a point where we're okay with what it looks like. Let's hit stop in the animation. Okay, so you got this natural seam where it's falling open, and there you have it. So now if you want to lock in this position so it doesn't change, you delete the history, and then it's no longer an nCloth, or you can leave it nCloth and you can have it dynamically change as you animate the model depending on what you want, right? Okay, so that's just one simple method of how you can create a shirt, right? And yeah, I'm just gonna put some texture on it for fun, nothing fancy. I'm just gonna do that in KeyShot, so it's not really a tutorial bit. Just so you can see what that could look like when it's done, right? But that said, this is one of the ways you can create a piece of clothing. Hopefully that was helpful. If you got any questions, as always, let me know. And thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Bye. Well, thanks for watching. And before you go, please hit that MH button to subscribe, okay? See you guys next time. Bye.